Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Summer and I'm a waxaholic, and today I have got the second installment of my September empties to share with you guys. So this is actually going to be like the last 2 weeks of September and a little bit into October, at least the first week of October, I think through probably like the 5th on Saturday. So I was gonna just do September, and then I just didn't have time or energy to film, honestly. So I was just like, yeah, I'll just keep warming and then cut it off like the first week of October. Yeah, so hopefully that's okay. And then I can hopefully do, 2 weeks of October and then 2 more weeks of October, because I think there are 5 if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to see everything that I got through for the last couple of weeks of September and the first week of October, grab a snack, grab a drink, and let's chat wax. Okay, y'all, I kind of had a little bit of everything this month. I have Scentsy, I have Lavender, and then I have a few of like self-care empties. And so let's start with the Scentsy. I did not look up scent notes, so I'm sorry for that, but we'll kind of just put them on the screen up here like usual. But first up, I finished a bar of cinnamon woods. And this, I think, was the new fall collection. Was it harvest collection, fall? I can't remember, but it was one of the new bars for fall. And this, I really liked it on cold. Even though it is quite cinnamon heavy. The woods does come out more on warm. It wasn't my favorite on warm, but I didn't hate it or anything. It was just, I was kind of indifferent, but I don't know that it would be a repurchase, and it's not club worthy for me, but I did enjoy it. I didn't hate it. So cinnamon woods, I did that in my open concept. It was a really good performer though. Next, I finished Golden Garland. This did not come back this year, and I was quite disappointed. I really like this bar. I think it smells really nice and autumnal, kind of fresh on cold. But this is one that, in order to fully appreciate its beauty, in my opinion, you definitely need to warm it. It did amazing on warm, and you really get that fall, just fresh fall leaves, a little bit floral, very woodsy. It just smells like outdoorsy fall, and it's beautiful, great performer. Really sad that it didn't come back, but enjoyed every second of Golden Garland. Next, I finished Berry Apple Shortbread. This was in the Gordy Goodness collection, I believe, and it was like the one I was most looking forward to. And honestly, I didn't really care for this. I didn't hate it, but it definitely wasn't a love, and like would almost be a stretch. There's just something about this bar. I don't know what it is. I smell berry and I'm getting like a little bit of citrus. I think there's some sort of lemon, and I don't think there's apple in it at all, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if it's the citrus blended with the berry, but something just is not my cup of tea in this blend. I'm not getting any of like the bready bakery notes to it. To me, it just smells like a fruity, like citrus and berry. And I'm just, it's okay, but I'm just not a huge fan. So not a repurchase and not club worthy for me, but I did finish it. Berry apple shortbread. I got through Pistachio Woods, and I know like most people that I've seen do reviews of this, or friends that I talk to on the regular, are not fans of this one. I didn't mind it on cold. It wasn't a favorite or anything, but y'all, I really liked this on warm. To me, this is a nice nutty, it's a sweeter pistachio, but it doesn't lean cherry to me. To me, it's a nuttier pistachio, but it is sweet. And then you get that like cozy, woodsy base. And this was a great performer. I did this in my bedroom and bathroom twice, and I really loved it. I thought it was a nice combination. I thought it really opened up and was very pretty on warm. It's just a unique scent to me. I mostly do pistachio like with bakery, or sometimes with coffee, or things of that nature. I don't think I've ever done it with like an outdoorsy, woodsy type of a blend, but this is kind of a softer, almost like a cashmere woods kind of a vibe with the pistachio. So I thought it was really beautiful and I really enjoyed it. And I would definitely repurchase it. And I will think about putting this in my club as well. So that is Pistachio Woods. And then last but certainly not least for Scentsy, I finished the Sanderson Sisters Perfectly Wicked. You guys, I remember I got 2 of these bars in with a large order that I placed September. And I smelled this and I was just like blown away. I loved it so much. It smells amazing and it's kind of like a dark berry, fruity scent. And then I was talking to Alexis and she was like, "Hey, I'm warming the Sanderson Sisters. Did you get that bar?" And I was like, "Yes, I love it. I warmed it the other day." And she said it reminded her of Tom Ford, like Lost Cherry or Cherry Smoke. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "I'm going to warm it again and see." So I took out the bar and smelled it and I was like, "She's totally right. This definitely gives Lost Cherry Cherry Smoke vibes." And it's like, I think there's black cherry in here or like a deep plum, some sort of like a cherry leaning note in here. And yeah, it definitely does. This bar performed really well for me. I threw 2 of these in my club. I love it so much. And I'm so grateful that Alexis said that because she is spot on with that smells just like Tom Ford cherry perfume. So love this one so much, club worthy, and you definitely need to try it. So that is all of the Scentsy. So if that's all you're here for, thank you so much for joining me, but hopefully you'll stick around for vendor. So first up, let's start with the sample from Rose Girls. It's called Spin You Around, the olive branch lush type, shaving cream, and stainless steel. So I got this as a sample in my most recent order, and it intrigued me because I didn't really know what any of these smelled like. And so on cold, it was just kind of a fresh, more masculine leaning scent, like a clean, fresh, masculine leaning scent. And it was the same on warm. I warmed this in my office, really enjoyed it. It was masculine, fresh, a little bit cologne-y. It's a very nice fragrance if you like that type of a scent. That is Spin You Around. I finished a bag of pumpkin pie pound cake from Knowles Farm Scents, pumpkin pie, pumpkin souffle, and vanilla pound cake. When I was on my sabbatical from pumpkin, this was one of the only pumpkin scents that I could warm. And this smells amazing on cold. It's like a sweet bakery pumpkin, very creamy. There's a little hint of spice in there from the pumpkin pie. But you guys, when you warm this, the vanilla pound cake really comes out and it's just the sweetest, like fall bakery scent. And it's more sweet than spicy. The pumpkin's really good in here. It's not like pumpkin guts. It's just a really nice bakery scent. And I'm here for it. I have another bag of it and I'm not mad about it. That is pumpkin pie pound cake. It is well loved for a reason. Highly recommended if you've never tried it. Next, I warmed a Trig Tart from L3, and today is October 3rd on October 3rd. So it was very fitting. So this is Sugar Cookie Royale, Palo Santo, and roasted and toasted marshmallow, or is it marshmallow fireside? It's basically marshmallow, Sugar Cookie Royale, and Palo Santo, and it is a beautiful blend. Love this so much. I did this in my open concept, and it threw like a champ. Love today is October 3rd, and I've got a couple of loaves. I stocked up when I thought she was going to be closing, and so I've got a really good supply of it in my stash. Hey guys, next I have a few from the Candle Nurse. I finished a bag in Come On Sammy. This is Smoky Vanilla Embers, Sandalwood, Cedarwood, Leather, Rich Amber, Palo Santo, and Creamy Vanilla. Y'all, this was so good. This performed really well for me. I'm still kind of experimenting with soy wax to kind of see like how it does best, like what warmers, etc. But this scent was so pretty. It was very warm, a little bit cologne-y. It was kind of more like a masculine cologne type of a scent without being headache inducing. It was still very creamy. It performed super well for me. I will say though, this soy formula takes a couple of hours to get going. At first, I thought it was like a dud, and I was just like, okay, it's been an hour. I'm not smelling anything. But after that second hour, it just opened up and it was very fragrant. It was very strong, and it lasted about 4 to 6 hours with a really strong throw. I don't know if that's common for soy, like it takes a little bit longer to get going, and then it's like a powerhouse for about 6 hours, and then it just kind of tapers off. But that has been my experience, and that's fine with me. It was, really good and strong for those 6 hours, and I really enjoyed this scent. And I think I have one more bag of this, and I can't remember, did she offer this in the pre-order? If she did, I definitely picked more of it up. I can't even remember though. You guys know how my brain is. But really enjoyed Come On Sammy. Beautiful, beautiful scent. And then from the Candle Nurse, I finished Forgotten Cherry, which is a Lost Cherry Tom Ford dupe. Bitter almond, black cherry, cherry liqueur, jasmine sambac, vanilla, tonka bean, cloves, cedar, patchouli, and vetiver. And y'all know how much I love Tom Ford perfumes in general. I feel like his perfumes are just so bougie, classy, sophisticated. They're all gorgeous, and Lost Cherry is no exception. I love to wear it in the fall. I love to layer it with Tobacco Vanille, one of my favorite combinations of perfume. And this did the same thing. Took a little while to get going, but once it got going, it was a very, very, very strong performer. Smells just like Lost Cherry if you've ever smelled it. It's gorgeous. It's kind of a warm, sophisticated cherry. It's so beautiful. Don't let the notes scare you. It smells amazing. And yeah, here for it. Would totally get more of it. It's loaf worthy in my opinion. Y'all know I love Lost Cherry, and this was so gorgeous. Forgotten Cherry from the Candle Nurse. Then I got through a few from Sassy Girl Aroma. First, I finished the sample in Roasting S'mores. I don't have the scent notes, and y'all know I'm normally not a big chocolate person, but I just was like, it's roasting, so I'm thinking it's going to be like campfire smoky with the chocolate. So I was like, let me just try it out in my kid's bathroom. And while it was very chocolatey, it was creamy and it was a little roasty toasty. So while I didn't mind it, I don't know that I would repurchase it just because I just don't like that chocolate note. But it was like creamy chocolate and like a campfire. And so didn't hate it, but probably won't repurchase it. But that is Roasting S'mores. I finished a brittle of Desperado Cowboys, which I got in the Round Robin. Cedarwood, exotic musk, amber wood, tonka bean, soft leather, and toasted oak. You guys, this was such a good performer, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I would definitely repurchase it. Again, another like a masculine cologne sort of a scent. It's very deep, rich, woodsy. The leather was there, but it wasn't obnoxious. It was just kind of in the background and really played into the masculinity of this scent. I really enjoyed this. Did this in my open concept. It was a banger and would definitely repurchase it. Desperado Cowboys. And then also from Sassy Girl, I finished a brittle in its Fall Charlie Brown. This is apple, pumpkin strudel, and zucchini bread. I feel like this is a fall staple. I warm this every year. Really, really love it. It smells like fall. And it's a great fall bakery. It's very apple pumpkin. You get this sweet zucchini bread. And yeah, great performer. It's just a beautiful fall bakery. If you've never tried it, highly recommend it. It's a really, really beautiful scent. It's Fall Charlie Brown. I finished a few from Teddy Bees. First up is Vanilla Pumpkin and Cashmere. Vanilla Pumpkin, Marshmallow Fluff, Cashmere Cream, and Vanilla Birch. Had never warmed this one. And since I'm just like warming up to pumpkin, I thought I would give it a go. And Cashmere Cream can sometimes be a little too sharp for me, but in this one, it was very soft, subtle, cozy, and it gave that vanilla pumpkin sort of like a softness, like almost a body care vibe, along with that birch and marshmallow fluff. It was very creamy and kind of sophisticated smelling. Very creamy, a little woodsy, and just a beautiful scent. Honestly, I really enjoyed this. And I loved the cashmere cream in this. The vanilla birch was beautiful. And Tiffany did a really good job with this one. It performed beautifully, and I would definitely repurchase it. I really, really enjoyed this vanilla pumpkin and cashmere. And then I warmed signature sugar cookie, sweet sugar, buttery shortbread, buttercream frosting, vanilla, and sugar cookie dough. I did this one in my office since it was just straight bakery and it was kind of softer on cold. And so I warmed it, and I didn't really get much from this one, you guys. It was very light, even in a, smaller space. I do have really high ceilings in here, but since that normally don't perform in my open concept, I can get performance here. This was like a light to light medium. I mean, it's just bakery, but this cured for an entire year. It was poured July of 23. So it should be nice and cured. It did okay, but her bakery is hit or miss for me. So this one probably wouldn't repurchase it. Signature sugar cookie. And then I got through 4 more souffles from the Pharmacist's Daughter. First up is 5 flavor pound cake, white cake, lemon, French vanilla, coconut, almond, and sugar cookie. I love this scent. It's just a really nice, sweet bakery. It performs really well for me. And if you like almond, feel like you can really smell the almond, a little bit of the coconut, and there's a little hint of lemon, but it's a sweet lemon. It's not a tart lemon. It's a very heavy bakery lemon. The French vanilla and white cake really smooth it out. And it's just a really nice, sweet bakery blend and great performer. Would definitely repurchase it. I think I have one more souffle. I finished Blackberry Thumbprints, House Blend Sugar Cookies, Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies, and Cotton Candy. I know this is a favorite from the Pharmacist's Daughter. I really love it as well. It's very Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies heavy. The Cotton Candy sweetens it up even more. The sugar cookies give it that nice bakery base. And this is gorgeous. Great performer. Did this in my open concept and I really loved it. Would definitely repurchase it. Their Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies is so good. It's very sweet and strong. Love it so much. Next, I finished Pink Pajamas, Pink Chiffon, Palo Santo, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, and Pink Sugar. I think this is the one that Laura really likes. So Laura, shout out to you if you're watching. I had never tried this one, but grabbed it because of her. I know she requested it. And so I know she really loves this one. And I'm not really familiar with Pink Chiffon, but I do love Palo Santo, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, and Pink Sugar. And this is really pretty. It did really well on warm. It's just a nice, sweet, like perfumey sort of a scent. And I really liked it. I love Pink Sugar and Palo Santo. And then Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds gives it more of a sweet creaminess. And what's not to love. So I really enjoyed this one. And then lastly, from the Pharmacist's Daughter, I finished the souffle in Oconee Point. No idea how to pronounce that, so hopefully I didn't butcher it too badly. Palo Santo, Blackberry, and Sugar Cookie Royale. I was really in a blackberry mood, I guess, but this one's so good. The Palo Santo gives it, again, that body care vibe. The sugar cookie is a nice bakery with it, and her blackberry is really pretty. It's a little bit tart, it's a little bit sweet, and this was gorgeous. I love blackberry, and I love blackberry with Palo. So would definitely repurchase this one as well. Oconee Point. And that's it for the Pharmacist's Daughter. And then I have quite a hefty stack from Lavender and Speckles. So I've really been trying to make some room in my Lavender and Speckles drawer. I knew that I was about to participate in Beth's pre-order where she did a huge opening, and my sophisticated sampler is there. There was a bourbon sampler that Alexis did, an eggnog sampler, a pine sampler. She did so many clamshell samplers, some mini samplers. And I was like, y'all, I got to make some room in Lavender and Speckles so I can go ham. I just did customs with her. So I was really trying to make a dent in some Lavender and Speckles. So first up, I finished a sampler size in O Christmas Tree, roasted pine cones in Palo Santo. And y'all, I mean, roasted pine cones and Palo Santo, what's not to love? I love both of those oils, especially from Beth. Her Palo Santo is the best out there, in my opinion. Y'all know it's my absolute favorite out of anyone ever. Her Palo is just amazing. Her roasted pine cone is as well. It's very roasty, toasty. It's not heavy tree. It's more of like a woodsy, creamy scent. And the two of these together is just perfection. I loved it. Would definitely repurchase it. Next, I finished a sampler size in Dreamy Pine Cones, Dreamy Marshmallow Clouds, which is Boardwalk Bath and Body Works type, and roasted pine cones. So is that Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds? And I think it's Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, Bath and Body Works type, and roasted pine cones. Again, love both of those notes. This was really pretty. To me, this was more heavy on the Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. And so it was sweet and creamy. And then the roasted pine cones was there, but not front and center. Really beautiful scent. It's perfect name for it, Dreamy Pine Cones. Then I finished a sample in Angel Share, which Beth calls Sophisticated. Wanted to warm this on its own in preparation for the Angel Share Sophisticated Sampler, which y'all, I mean, I know I'm biased because I helped her with it, but y'all, that sampler is everything. So if you picked it up, I cannot wait to hear what you think about it. I think she just posted today it was the #1 sampler seller. So thank y'all so much for purchasing it. I'm so excited to see what everyone thinks of the scent. But this on its own is just everything. It's the most beautiful scent, one of my favorite fragrances. I love to wear it in the fall. Love to warm it. It's just everything. If you've warmed it, you probably already know it's just gorgeous. I finished a sample size of masala chai and cinnamon pine cones, nutty and spicy masala chai, freshly baked cinnamon buns, and roasted pine cones. This was so kindly gifted to me from my bestie, Alexis. So, Alexis, thank you so much. I loved it. The masala chai in here was really pretty, and cinnamon pine cones is very cinnamon heavy. But I will say it's a sugary cinnamon. It's strong cinnamon, but to me, this is not a cinnamon broom. The spices in the masala chai are really pretty with the cinnamon, and then you get the roasted pine cones and fresh baked cinnamon buns. So you get that bakery element of it as well. And very strong performer, definitely spicy, but really, really perfect for this time of year if you like those types of scents. I loved the roasty toastiness that the roasted pine cones note added in here. And I just really loved that. And Alexis, thank you again for kindly gifting this to me. Really loved warming it. Then I finished a sampler size in Palo Santa. Love this blend. Cinnamon sugar donuts, Palo Santo, and roasted pine cones. This was one of my requests. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year. I love donut shop in Palo Santo, and so I was just like, hey, how about that with roasted pine cones? Beth did it, and it's literally amazing. Smells so, so good. It's a sweet, sugary cinnamon donut. Her really rich and creamy, gorgeous Palo Santo, and then that really nice woodsy roasted pine cone. Beautiful scent, great performer. I will always, always, always buy this. I have to have it. Love it so much. I finished a bag of G's PB&J, another one of my favorites. This is peanut butter cookies, raspberry jam, sweet blackberries, marshmallow fluff, fresh baked bread, and a hint of funnel cake. And this bag was so kindly gifted to me from my other bestie, my twin, Steph, the Scented Gemini. So Steph, thank you so much. This is such a beautiful scent. It's a really nice take on a peanut butter and jelly scent. I love that you get the fresh baked bread. You really get that marshmallow fluff. So it's a nice berry. It's not grape and it's not strawberry. It's a little different take on it. And then it's peanut butter cookies. So it's not straight peanut butter. It's a peanut butter bakery. It's a very creamy blend. It's sweet. It's really, really pretty. It's kind of like a bread and jam. And I love it. Great performer. Always a repurchase for me. G's PB&J. I finished a bag of Cracklin' Pecan Waffles. Cracklin' Birch, Pumpkin, Pecans, and Waffles. Sweet and woodsy. And yes, this is really, really strong, you guys. I got great performance from it. It's a very strong on the birch, and then it's very strong on the pumpkin pecan waffles. It's sweet and woodsy, just like the description says. If you like birch and you like pumpkin pecan waffles, this is so, so pretty. I love it. Would definitely repurchase it. I think I have one more bag of it, if I'm not mistaken. But this is just a really nice fall and even into winter staple. Next, I finished sweet cakes. This is buttermint cupcakes at Tiffany's and lavender. You know how much I love lavender. This was the first time I warmed this, I think. And I really liked it, you guys. It was a really nice, like subtle type of a scent. The buttermint isn't a really strong mint. It's a nice, sweet, subtle mint. The cupcakes at Tiffany's is a nice bakery base. And then Best Sweet Lavender is so pretty. The cupcakes at Tiffany's in here, it's like a creamy bakery and like toffee. So it's extra creamy. The toffee to me gives it a little bit of texture and depth. And this just works so nicely together. It's a very sweet, bakery heavy buttermint. And it's just a beautiful, calming scent. Perfect to warm any room, any time, but especially like in the evening to night. It's a beautiful scent. Definitely repurchase it. I love it so, so much. That is sweet cakes. I finished a bag of Cookie Cat. This is Palo Frosted Sugar Cookies, which is vanilla buttercream, sugar cookie royale, and Palo Santo, plus Marshmallow Donut Shop, which is donut shop, pie crust, and fireside marshmallows. You guys, this is so, so good. I will say this wasn't as strong to me on warm, and it could be because it's very marshmallow heavy, but I've never had Palo Frosted Sugar Cookies on its own, but I love all of those notes. I love fireside marshmallows and I love pie crust. So these aren't powerhouse scent notes to begin with, but Donut Shop is. And so I don't know if the other notes just kind of toned down the Donut Shop. I could smell it, but it was definitely lighter to me. So I did this in my bedroom, I think the first time, and then I warmed it in my office the second time. It definitely did better in my office, but definitely not a powerhouse, but I could smell it, but it was lighter. So they're not all going to be bangers. Still a beautiful scent. This is Cookie Cat, and love the picture here. I think that's named after Beth's cat because her cat named Cookie, and I think she's Calico. So next I finished Blue Sugar Beach Marshmallow. Blue sugar, marshmallows, vanilla, sea salt, driftwood, a hint of s'mores, vanilla sandalwood, and fireside marshmallow. So basically it's beach nights, blue sugar, vanilla sandalwood, and fireside marshmallow. I got this from Alexis in a D-stash. So Alexis, thank you so much for parting with this. I love blue sugar. I love beach nights, and this was so beautiful. It was creamy, sweet beach nights. Would definitely repurchase it. I would get this in a large bag, you guys. I loved it so much. It's like a more masculine leaning beach nights and performed beautifully. I love the addition of the sandalwood with the blue sugar. Very pretty combo. I love the fireside marshmallow. This was just everything I needed. It's just a really nice, like I said, more masculine fall winter version of beach nights, in my opinion. Blue sugar beach marshmallow. Loved it. This is one of my absolute favorite scents from Beth. Love it so much. Honey Pear Cotton Candy Zucchini Bread. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is such a beautiful scent. This is such a banger. I have, I think, 2 more small bags of it, and I think I just ordered another bag of it in the pre-order that she just did. Something about this, I love her honey pear. It's a little sweet, like a little hint of spice with the pear. The cotton candy gives it more sweetness, and her zucchini bread is so beautiful. It's very sweet and bready, and this is so good, you guys. Like, even if you don't like pear scents, highly recommend you try it. There's something special about hers. It's amazing, and it performs so, so well. It's perfect to warm in the fall, and you need this in your life. I finished Cracklin' Birch and Buttercream, which is just Cracklin' Birch and Vanilla Buttercream. I warmed this, I think, the same day as I warmed the Cracklin' pecan waffles, and I think I did alternating warmers in the open concept because now with fall Halloween time, I have a few more warmers in my open concept, and this was super strong, you guys. The Cracklin' Birch is really strong and masculine in here. The vanilla buttercream is there, but it's very light in this blend. These did really well together in my open concept, and I really enjoyed it. Both very strong performers. And then last but certainly not least, this was another gift from Alexis. Thank you so much, Alexis. Blackberry Jam cookie bread. Blackberry Jam butter cookies blended with honey cornbread and fresh baked artisan bread. Y'all know I love a good blackberry scent and I love a good bready scent, so I was here for this. And this is really, really sweet. It's a dark blackberry. It's almost giving me like an elderberry plum, almost a grape, but not artificial grape. It's just that deep, deep sweet berry. And the rich, sweet, savory cornbread and artisan bread. Really pretty, great performer. I loved it. Blackberry Jam cookie bread. Thank you again, Alexis. That's everything that I have for vendor. And then I've got a few non-wax items to share. So first up, I finished a large washer whiffs in Jammy Time. Y'all, I loved this scent so much. I love it in wax. I love it in laundry, especially with like my kids' pajamas, with their sheets, even with our sheets. Such a beautiful scent. Are the notes on here? No. But I can't remember what's in here. But it's a really soft, kind of like powdery floral. And it's perfect for nighttime. It's a very calming scent. And I've still got some of the liquid left. I feel like I had to use at least 2 cupfuls of this in order to smell it once the laundry was finished. And had to use these with the liquid in order to smell it. But really loved it. I already have another one that I've opened and I've started using. So definitely will repurchase it, even though they're quite expensive. I normally buy these with like party closeouts, to be honest. I finished a bottle of shampoo. This is the Paul Mitchell Tea Tree Special Shampoo. And this is another one of those, like when I was going to that Paul Mitchell salon where I needed shampoo, they offered it. And I was like, sure, okay. It was tea tree, so it was nice. It was one of those that made your scalp tingle and you feel really refreshed and clean after using it. But was it like groundbreaking, have to have this? No. So I mean, I might repurchase it, might not, but I enjoyed it. So that is the Tea Tree Special Shampoo from Paul Mitchell. And then last but certainly not least, from Sunday Riley, I have the A+ High Dose Retinoid Serum. So this is to help with like aging skin, wrinkles, dark spots, things like that. And I really love this. I feel like it does really well with my skin. All of the Sunday Riley products that I've ever tried, I've really liked. I think I got this for like 50% off from Sephora or Ulta in one of their like beauty days or whatever sales. And so I got a few of them and I already have one that I've opened and put back into my skincare routine. So this is definitely a repurchase. I like to buy them when they're 50% off, obviously, because it's a great deal, but I do feel like they're worth full price. So I really enjoyed that. Again, I'm already using another one. So must like it if I'm using it again, right? So I use that at night. I don't use retinoids or retinol during the day because it makes your skin susceptible to sunlight. And so I always wear sunscreen, but it just makes it a little more sensitive to it. But that is everything I have to share with you guys today for the last bit of my September and the first week of October empties. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if we were twinning on any of our scents and let me know what you've been warming. Thank you again for watching. Have a wonderful day, week, or weekend. Please don't forget to like and comment, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you all on my next video very soon. Bye.